You know what's going on here.
Yeah.
This is the Plug Podcast, another YouTube exclusive.
Yeah.
And with me today is the great, the mighty, the phenomenal Lee Gerstmann. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing good, buddy. In fact, one of these days, I'll ask you on my show again. I know that you sometimes busy, and you're like so good that I don't want to waste it.
Oh,
You know what I
stop
mean?
it. I still remember that review you gave me. You know, that I was one of the best reviewers or podcasters you had worked with. And I still take that to heart so much because you've worked with so many people. And I think, dude, I just suck. But I have a great voice.
I I like your vibe. I mean, you're like it's like I know that if you're playing guitar and you only play one note, that one note's gonna be the real note.
Yes.
You know?
Lee, it's so good to see you. I haven't talked to you in so long. I saw
Yeah.
on the YouTube that you made a little return, went back and worked with Mark and Jerry
Uh,
and Charles, did a little freeform thing going on. How was that, man?
is
Because
that a shock?
I have not watched the episode yet.
Okay, well, maybe I'll wait until you watch it and then I can tell you. No, um, he asked me if I was okay with it, and I was okay with it because I didn't have anything going on that day, and plus I don't want him to think I can't ask him. You
Right.
know, there were a couple of other episodes that or so that I was supposed to be on, and they didn't happen. But I then decided to do some episodes on my own to let so and so know at least I was still able to do what I said I would do. But
Absolutely. You've been working with Charles Trainer a bit. I've seen
oh,
he's
yeah,
appeared in a few episodes.
yeah, he's very enthusiastic about working with me, and I have to say like I'm kind of like the kind of guy who it's sort of like he's Gene to my Ace. I might do the great guitar stuff, but I need the guy to give me the push. You know what I mean?
Well, at least it's not Gene to the Paul. I mean, that would be weird.
Yeah, no. I
No,
saw them back
that's
in the
great.
day.
I was really as a fan of you,
Thank you.
and I love Mark too. I mean, me and Mark have been buddies for a long time, and I hated the split, and it looked like I'll say because I don't give a fuck. It looked like Mark was really talking a lot of shit. I kind of thought that you guys would never work together again. So I gotta say, it was really heartwarming to see you on there with those guys. Jerry's a good guy. I got to meet all three of them for the first time out in Nashville in March. They're good
Yes.
guys. Charles, I have kind of a special affinity for Charles because Charles is a veteran and he's still working with the military. And you know, I'll never be able to help that because I love those guys because I am those guys. But
Yeah.
no, it was great to see see you do that. Other than your podcast, excuse me, the Lee Gerstmann Show, you can find on Spreaker.
Yeah.
And this recent guest spot, you've kind of been ghost in the podcast community, other than just doing your show periodically and this one. What has been going on with the
Um,
great Lee Gerstmann in New York City? This motherfucker's in New York, and I'm so
I,
jealous.
I'm going to say, in a way, I would say I am kind of feeling better because instead of worrying about what people on the internet think of me, I instead worry about the very, very few, maybe one or two people on the street and what they think of me.
Right.
I'm kidding, but no. I mean, the idea is, man.
Dude, I've been to New York City. You kind of
I
fit in on the street.
would you believe that where I am the bums are actually courteous as opposed to California. In California, if they ask you for spare change and you don't give it to them, they might give you an attitude like, what's your problem? Are you a Democrat or what the hell are you? Are you?
Yeah.
In New York, if I just say I don't have it, maybe once in a while someone might be a little aggressive, but I say I don't have it, they just say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. They're courteous.
Doesn't New York City get such a bad fucking rap? Now look, dude, down here in the South, people think, when I say I'm from New York, they automatically think New York City. And understand, I can give you some New York fucking attitude. I can do that. I lived in New York for 32 years, but I lived 6 hours north of the city next to a military base. But that attitude kind of transgresses the entire state. It's a different way of being. It's cold 8 months out of the year. So you're pissed off half the time.
I like the cold. I mean, I will say there are some days where it got even too cold for me, which is pretty out there. But I mean, I hated the hot heat back when I was a young kid. I felt like just laying down